I'd like to welcome everyone to the May 13th, 2025 Old Bridge Township Council meeting. Please rise for a Pledge of Allegiance, and please remain standing for a moment of silence and for our prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. As customary in this chamber, we stand a moment to remember those who are protecting our freedom abroad, for our first responders, and for those who have made the ultimate sacrifice. This evening, a moment of silence, please. Our prayer, Mr. Pasquini.
Dear Lord, bless thy servants in the ministry of public affairs who serve you in this chamber. Give us quiet minds and hearts that we may hear your voice. Help us to know when to speak, when to be silent. Give us strength to oppose the wrong and uphold the right, and grant that we have a good conscience and soul at peace with thee and with one another. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Please be seated and welcome to the meeting. Okay, we'll begin this evening with proclamations and presentations.
This meeting is being held in conformance with the Open Public Meetings Act. Notice has been given to the official newspapers of the Township on January 14th, 2025, and has been posted in public places. Next open public meeting of the Township Council will be held on Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025 at 7:30 p.m. Roll call. Councilman Asatuli.
Present.
Councilwoman DeCaro. Here. Councilman DePalma.
Here.
Councilman Desai. Here. Let the record reflect that Councilman Garcia is absent. Councilman Murphy is also absent. Councilman Pasquini.
Present.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg-Belli.
Present.
And Council President Sohar.
Here. Okay, thank you very much. Good evening. And Mayor, I know you have a lot of proclamations here you'd like to do tonight.
Good evening. Tonight, we're going to begin with the National Public Works Week proclamation. I just want to say, I've met with other mayors, and they always say, my biggest problem is my Public Works Department. And I said, that's not the case with us. We have, I think, the best Public Works Department in the state. And thanks to Casey and all his workers, they are phenomenal. They do a great job here in town. So even though it's National Public Works Week, I'd like to think this is special for our town. And I'd like to read the proclamation. We have new things now. Public Works professionals focus on infrastructure, facilities, and services that are of the vital importance to sustainable and resilient communities and to public health, high quality of life, and well-being of the people of Old Bridge Township. And these services could not be provided without the dedicated efforts of Public Works professionals who are engineers, managers, and employees at all levels of government and the private sector who are responsible for rebuilding, improving, and protecting our nation's transportation, water supply, water treatment, solid waste systems, public buildings, and other structures and facilities essential for our citizens. And it is in the public interest for the citizens, civil leaders, and children in Old Bridge Township to gain knowledge of and maintain an ongoing interest and understanding of the importance of public works and public works programs in the respective communities. And the year 2025 marks the 65th annual National Public Works Week, sponsored by the American Public Works Association, Canadian Public Works Association. And now I, Debbie Walker, Mayor of Township of Old Bridge, do hereby designate the week of May 18th to 24, 2025, a National Public Works Week. I urge all citizens to join with representatives of the American Public Works Association and government agencies in activities, events, and ceremonies designed to pay tribute to our public work professionals, engineers, managers, and employees, and to recognize the substantial contributions they make to protecting our national health, safety, and advancing quality of life for all. I'd like to present this is our Public Works Director, Casey Lenning. Casey does a phenomenal job here in town. Did you want to say some words? They also manage our great program, the Clean Communities program, which is highly successful.
First, I'd like to start off by thanking the mayor, administrator, and the entire council for the continued support. They give us all the tools that we need to provide a really good service for the township. We continue to look for new programs that would help the residents, and this definitely means a lot all the employees earn this, so I'm sure they're going to be grateful tomorrow morning when they see it.
You could hang it up or put on your
It's going right in the break room.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Casey goes above and beyond every day. And now, it's National Police Week, and tonight we have Chief Montagna here. I just want to thank our police department. You put your lives on the line every day, and I know myself, the administration, the council are so thankful for all that you do for our community. We see you out there on the roads giving tickets all the time. Yes, giving warnings not to speed. And I have a proclamation I'd like to read for you. National Police Week, observed from May 11th through May 17th, 2025, honors the service and sacrifice of the brave men and women in law enforcement who protect and serve our communities each day with courage, integrity, and dedication. And this week serves as a time to pay special tribute to law enforcement officers who have lost their lives in the line of duty, recognizing their ultimate sacrifice and honoring their memory with deep gratitude and solemn respect. And law enforcement officers play a vital role in safeguarding our neighborhoods, maintaining peace, upholding justice, and responding to emergencies with professionalism, skill, and compassion. The commitment of police officers to public service reflects the highest ideals of duty and citizenship, and their actions often go above and beyond the call of duty in the interest of public safety. And National Police Week provides an opportunity for citizens to express appreciation for the daily risks officers accept and the burdens they carry on behalf of others, as well as to recognize the support and sacrifices of their families. And communities across the nation stand united in their respect for law enforcement profession and their commitment to strengthening the relationship between police and the people they serve. Now, therefore, I, Debbie Walker, Mayor of Township of Old Bridge, the Township Council, County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey, do hereby proclaim May 11, 2025 through May 17, 2025 as National Police Week, and urge all citizens to show appreciation and gratitude for the men and women who courageously protect our communities. Thank you. You want to say a few words?
I just wanted to thank the mayor and our business administrator and the council for your support. Without you guys and all you do for us, we couldn't function on a daily basis, especially Anna. She's really doing an amazing job. I also want to thank the residents of Old Bridge for your support. I see a lot of residents on a daily basis, and every time I meet them, they always have a lot of nice things to say about the police department. The men and women here at work here are amazing. They do a great job. They go out there every day. They put their lives on the line for the residents of Old Bridge, and I just want to thank them for all they do, and I just want to thank all of you for all your support. Thank you.
I just want to say Chief Montagna is doing a fantastic job. He has new programs, the Youth Academy, the Academy for the Seniors. We have the National Night Out, and I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Chief.
Next will be appointments, resolution appointing a member to the Old Bridge Housing Authority. Are there any nominations?
I'd like to nominate Antonio Carvalho.
Are there any other nominations? Okay,
Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro?
This is a reappointment,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
then, yes.
Councilman DePalma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai? Councilman Pasquini?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Bello?
Yes.
And Council President Sohar?
yes.
Motion carries.
Next will be public hearing. Good, you have the term?
It's on the resolution.
Yeah, I just want to make sure it's,
For his term, the term will be June 1, 2025 through 5/31/2030.
okay. Oh my God, 2030.
Oh, my God.
Okay, public hearing, H1, performance guarantee release, Oaks at Glenwood, Phase 1D, blocks 7111, 7112, 7113, lots 1-20, 1-7, 2-4, Astor Circle, application number 54-17P, postponed to June 30th, 2025, without further noticing.
So, Council President, I just wanted to make a statement that this applicant had a notification issue. We reached out to him. He went ahead and noticed the people that he had missed off the list, but it wasn't in time, enough days' notice to those affected people. So in speaking with the township attorney, he did state that we would allow them, as long as they noticed the missing applicants, the missing people on the list, that they could come back June 3rd without further putting a notice in the newspaper.
Okay, as long as everyone now has been noticed, that's very important that the residents have the opportunity to come, and if they do have any issues, to have discussed and make sure that their concerns are noted before we do any voting. So thank you very much, and hopefully we'll hear this application then on June 3rd.
Was there anybody here
Yeah.
to speak on this application? Okay.
Okay, good, very good. Then we'll see them on June 3rd. Approval of minutes, a resolution approving regular combined council meeting minutes of February 25th, March 11th, March 25th, April 8th, and April 22nd, 2025. And executive session meeting minutes of March 25th, April 8th, and April 22nd, 2025. Do I have a motion? Move it. Okay, moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mr. Asatuli.
Roll call. Councilman Asatuli.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilman DePalma.
Yes.
Councilman Desai. Councilman Pasquitti.
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli. Yes. And Council President Sohar.
Yes. Okay,
That's 7 yeses.
okay, next will be our bill list. And in Mr. Garcia's absence, Mr. Asatuli.
Bill list as of May 13, 2025. Accounts payable, $11,557,358. Payroll, April 25th, 2025, $1,161,647.86. Payroll overtime, April 25th, 2025, $42,454.23. Payroll, May 9th, 2025, $1,256,826.37. Payroll overtime, May 9th, 2025, $49,692.18.
Okay, thank you. And can we have a breakdown, Anna, of the overtime, please?
Thank you. For the April 25th payroll, there was no major upticks, and during that time, the sworn police overtime was $29,918.54. Deduct grants, $11,094.93. Deduct ETO, $5,408.99, for a total of $13,414.62. We currently had, at that time, we had 2 officers on light duty and 1 injured on duty. For the May 9th payroll, you will notice a slight uptick due to the mayor's 5K event. There was an uptick in recreation, as well as the police department, as well, and some public works employees. We also had our recreation Take Your Child to Work Day, as well as camp interviews for counselors for the summer. The sworn police overtime was $34,582.05. Deduct grants, $10,041.31. Deduct ETO, $4,730.78, for a total of $19,809.99. We have 2 officers on light duty and 1 injured on duty at this time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Do I have a motion for the bill list?
Move it.
Okay, moved by Dr. Greenberg, second by Mr. Asatuli.
Roll call. Councilman Asatuli.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilman DePalma.
Yes.
Councilman Desai. Councilman Pasquitti.
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
And Council President Sohar.
Yes.
7 yeses.
Public hearing for second reading, adoption ordinances for second reading. H1, ordinance adopting the amended redevelopment plan for the area at the intersection of Jake Brown Road and US Highway 9 and White Oak Lane and Jake Brown Road. I'd like to take a motion and a second to open it to public comment.
Move it.
Second.
Okay?
Moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Councilman DePalma. Roll call, Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro?
Yes.
Councilman DePalma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai? Councilman Pasquitti?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes.
Council President Sohar?
Yes.
We are now open to the public.
On H1, is there anyone in the public who wishes to be heard on this particular ordinance only? Seeing no hands, I'll ask for a motion and a second to close the public portion.
Move it.
Moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Councilman Asatuli. Roll call, Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro?
Yes.
Councilman DePalma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai?
Yes.
Councilman Pasquitti?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes.
Council President Sohar?
Yes, and now I'll ask for council. Anyone has comments on my left or questions? Anyone on my right? Seeing no hands, I'll now ask for a motion and a second to approve this.
Moved by Councilman DePalma. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli. Roll call, Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro?
Yes.
Councilman DePalma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai? Councilman Pasquitti?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes.
Council President Sohar?
Yes.
7 yeses, motion carries.
Next is H2, ordinance amending Chapter 250 of the Code of the Township of Old Bridge entitled Old Bridge Township Land Development Ordinance by amending 250-50 entitled Accessory Buildings and Structures. I would like a motion and a second to open it to the public.
Move it.
Moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Councilman Asatuli. Roll call, Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro?
Yes.
Councilman DePalma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai? Councilman Pasquitti?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes.
Council President Sohar?
Yes. Okay, we're now in the public. Anyone in the public wish to be heard specifically on H2? Seeing no hands, I'll ask for a motion to close the public portion.
Second.
Moved by Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Councilman Pasquitti. Roll call, Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro?
Yes.
Councilman DePalma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai? Councilman Pasquitti?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes.
Council President Sohar?
Yes. Is there anyone on my left who has a comment as a council person? Anyone on my right? Seeing no hands, I'll ask for a motion and a second to approve.
Second.
Motion by Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Councilman DePalma. Roll call, Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro?
Yes.
Councilman DePalma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai? Councilman Pasquitti?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes.
Council President Sohar?
Yes.
7 yeses, motion carries.
Ordinance for first reading, FR1, ordinance fixing the salaries of certain officers and employees of the Township of Old Bridge for the calendar year 2025. Do I have a motion and a second?
Move it.
Second.
Okay, moved by Mr. Pescetti.
Second by
Dr.
Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yep.
Roll call, Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro?
Yes.
Councilman DePalma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai? Councilman Pasquitti?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes.
Council President Sohar?
Yes.
7 yeses. Public hearing set for June 3rd, 2025.
Next will be our consent agenda. I'd like a motion and a second to bring it forward, and then we'll go to each council person for separations. Do I have a motion?
Move it. Second.
Moved by Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Councilman DePalma. Councilman Asatuli, any items for removal, separation?
No, I do not. Thank you.
Councilwoman DeCaro?
No.
Councilman DePalma?
C13.
C13. Councilman Desai?
Any
Separation?
separations, Kieran? No? Okay.
Councilman Pasquitti?
C6.
C6. Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli?
C1.
C1. Council President Sohar?
No, none. Okay, so we'll vote on the balance of the consent agenda without C1, C6, and C13.
Roll call, Councilman Asatuli.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilman DePalma.
Yes.
Councilman Desai. Councilman Pasquini.
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli. Council President Sohar.
Yes.
7 yeses.
C1, councilperson.
Yes, C1, I just want to separate this so people understand. It's the resolution authorizing and approving shared service agreement between Township of Old Bridge, the provider, and Old Bridge Board of Education recipient for the use of the Department of Public Works Garage to Maine Board of Education owned buses. When the school board sold the Nike base, the town made accommodations for them to store their bus, keep their buses on the property. We're extending it for another year. So I just want to say how the township does help out the Board of Ed when necessary, and I guess they have to make a permanent plan for that, but we've extended another year. Thank you.
Do you want to make a motion? Okay.
Second.
Motion by Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Councilman Pasquini. Roll call, Councilman Asatuli.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilman DePalma.
Yes.
Councilman Desai. Councilman Pasquini.
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
Council President Sohar.
Yes.
7 yeses.
C6, Mr. Pasquini.
Yes, I just wanted to separate this to show the public that we support our public works, and I think they're doing a fantastic job, Casey and all of his men, women, and I think they do a great job, and I just want to point out that we put aside capital money to improve the Public Works Department for all the residents. Thank you. And I'll move it.
Okay, do we have a second? Okay, second.
Motion by Councilman, Councilman Pasquini, second by Councilman Asatuli. Roll call, Councilman Asatuli.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilman DePalma.
Yes.
Councilman Desai. Councilman Pasquini.
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
Council President Sohar.
Yes.
7 yeses.
C13, council.
Just if I could, Madam President, I asked Councilman to separate this because it's an emergency appropriation.
Yes.
There was a issue with the diesel tank where there was an unexpected leak, has to be fixed, had to be fixed. The leak had to be addressed, and then the tank has to be fixed, right, emergency contract. So this is an emergency appropriation to help fund that. So we need 6 votes, so that's why I asked to be
Yeah.
separated.
No, it's a necessity, unfortunately.
Thank you.
Well, I'll move it.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Pasquini, second by Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli. Roll call, Councilman Asatuli.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilman DePalma.
Yes.
Councilman Desai. Councilman Pasquini.
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
Council President Sohar.
Yes.
7 yeses.
Okay, report of the township clerk.
So the only thing I have, Council President, is to remind everybody about the primary election coming up on June 10th. And also anybody, yes, also anybody who was in Ward 2, District 3, and Ward 2, District 5 will be now voting at the McDivitt Elementary School rather than Old Bridge High School. Letters have been sent out to the affected voters. Plus, on our website and on the TV, we have a small little clip describing the changes out, if anybody is interested in watching it. Also, early voting has moved from our public library and will now be held at the Old Bridge Civic Center, right in this complex. Again, that's also on the website and on the TV studio.
Okay, yes, she made a nice public service announcement. Thank you very much.
Can I make a question? Do you know why they moved that? I mean, I don't like Old Bridge High School to begin with as a polling place because it gets hot in there. It's terrible in the summer. But why did they move those?
At the request of the high school. They have,
Sports.
they have sports events, and they always seem to, their finals always seem to conflict with election in November. And then in June, they also have a teacher's in-service day. So they're closed for the primary now, but what they do is they have an in-service day, and everybody from the district goes to the high school, so we had parking issues the last time.
Parking.
So McDivitt only has one ward and district in it. It's a huge school, so it just made sense to move them there. So now we have one less polling location to worry about as far as setups
And
go.
it was really researched, and we went, Dr. Greenberg, myself, the clerk, we all went with the staff from the school to make sure, and Councilman De Palma, that's right, to make sure that it was going to be accommodating and be correct in the way, you should have everything set up.
With the success of our volleyball team,
Yeah,
it seems that the finals always lie on Election Day. And speaking to the athletic director, Dan Domino, we tried everything to figure it out. And I know that since that is my ward, my district, right?
Mine too.
We have voted in the high school forever, whether it was in the lobby or during COVID, we moved into the gym. When the county came in, because we had quite a lot of conversations, the county had said we never voted in the lobby. And then it was, well, we can't vote there because the machines don't fit. Due to the new machines, due to all of the technology that is needed,
All this
like,
stuff.
you've heard like that Nighthawk routers, whatever it is that they utilize.
A lot of equipment.
It had to have been moved, right? Sandburg already has quite a number of wards and districts in there, and McDivitt, mostly, I think everybody in 2-3 and 2-5, their children go to McDivitt or anyway, so it just seemed like the more logical place to put folks. We just need to make sure that if you are listening to this, ensure that you go to McDivitt starting the primary. Obviously, if you can't make it there or if it's a little bit out of the way, you do have early voting that is both for the primary as well as the general election as well.
I'm sorry, go right ahead.
Is it for the general as well?
Yes, from now
Oh, moving forward. Cool. Okay, good. Thanks.
There will also be message boards out at the high school on election day, directing people who did not know that they are no longer voting at the high school, directing them to McDivitt also.
I believe there was a letter sent out to them and also, and hopefully on the ballot.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did ask the county clerk's office to mark the change in red. I don't know if that ever happened. So we're waiting to see when the sample ballots come out, if they were able to change the color, because normally it's in black. So they didn't know if they could do a separate run in red-colored ink.
Can I just have just one request, Anna? Would it be possible if we can get the sample letter, if we could post it not only but on the website, but also post it on any of the social medias as well? Not everyone's going to overbridge.com. Can we just, is it possible if we could possibly just put it out there on social media as well, just so folks see it? Did we do it? If we did it already, I apologize.
Don't know if we posted the actual letter, but we've posted notices, but I'll check with Kate has the original letter.
Yeah, just as we lead up, if it's possible, just, as much information as possible getting out.
We did put out the notification on all the social media sites, just not the letter because they're physically addressed to individual residents, so we didn't put the letter up.
All right, thank you for all the work, Kate. That took time, the logistics, but we want to get it right, and we want to do it once, because as Councilman De Palma said, there always seems to be a conflict, and this way we resolve it in a positive way, and everybody has a good place to park it. I don't know, I think everybody, like you said, my children went to McDivitt too. So it's a good place to park, there's plenty of room, and I think it's a very good, compromise, I really do. Okay, well, thank you very much, Kate. Do I have a motion to accept her report?
Move it.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Pasquini, second by Councilman De Palma. Roll call, Councilman Assafulla.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilman De Palma.
Yes.
Councilman Desai. Councilman Pasquini.
Yes.
Council Vice President. Dr. Greenberg Belli. And Council President Sohar.
Yes.
7 yeses.
Okay, is there a report from the township attorney?
No, Madam President, there is not.
Okay, it's an administrative report, Anna.
Thank you. On April 30th, 2025, at 1 p.m., bids were received, open, and read in public for the Police Department Office Renovation Contract Number 2025-46. Bids from 8 contractors were received and opened with Innovational Construction and Design, Inc. as the lowest bidder. The work shall include but not be limited to minor demolition and proposed improvements to the Administration and Detective Bureau offices located on the second floor and removal and installation of carpet tiles and wall-based cove only within the Records Office area. The duration of the project is estimated to take 60 calendar days. The Old Bridge Township Memorial Day Parade will take place on Monday, May 26th at 9 a.m. It will start at Lawrence Parkway and Eli Avenue. We're excited to announce that this year's Grand Marshal is United States Army Specialist 4 Camilo Vitale, who served from 1975 to 1978 and in the National Guard from 1984 to 1992. For more information, please visit our website at oldbridge.com/recreation or call the Parks and Rec Department at 732-721-5600, extension 4999. A months-long collaboration between the Old Bridge Building Department, contractors, and the production team of NBC's George to the Rescue has resulted in a life-changing renovation for Old Bridge resident Tiffany Shamey and her 2 autistic daughters. With the support of the program and the Old Bridge Building Department, Tiffany overcame logistical hurdles to make the much-needed renovation a reality. The process began in September of 2024 when Shamey reached out to the building department, sharing the opportunity she had been offered by the TV show. Over the next few months, the dedicated team at the building department worked closely with her and the show's producers to ensure all necessary permits, approvals, and inspections were completed swiftly and efficiently. Because of the building department's expeditious processing of necessary paperwork, timely permit approvals, and comprehensive reviews, the Shamey family home could be transformed into a safe and comfortable space for Tiffany and her daughters. The extensive renovation was completed in April of 2025. The Shamey family episode of George to the Rescue aired on NBC at the beginning of May. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge and thank the staff of our building department for assisting this resident with this life-changing renovation. To Matt McGowan and Keith Brennan and their entire crew, I thank them for all their help through all these months. Nicole, please share this thank you with them. I'll make sure to reach out tomorrow as well. And we just thought we would put a little bit of a highlight on that department. And this concludes my report. Thank you.
Very much. Does anyone have any questions or comments for Anna? Okay, seeing no hands, I'll ask for a motion to approve. Mr. Desai?
Second.
By Council President Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Councilman Pasquini. Roll call, Councilman Asatuli.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilman DePalma.
Yes.
Councilman Desai. Councilman Pasquini.
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli. Yes. Council President Sohar. 7 yeses.
On any subject matter for a maximum period of 3 minutes.
So we're going to take a motion and a second to open the public comment portion, please.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Asatuli, second by Councilman DePalma. Roll call, Councilman Asatuli.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilman DePalma.
Yes.
Councilman Desai. Councilman Pasquini.
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli. Yes. Council President Sohar.
Yes. Okay,
The
it's
public comment portion of our meeting is to allow the public to bring to the council's attention their concerns or comments. This section is open for any topic or items in the consent agenda. In accordance with the NJSA 10:4-12A and the Old Bridge Rules of Council, the council asks the public to limit their comments to 3 minutes or less. Only one member of the public shall approach to speak to council at a time. The council will respect the public's time by refraining from any comment until the speaker is finished with their allotted time. It should be further noted that the public comment portion of our meeting is not structured as a question and answer session. If a member of the public has questions they seek answers to, an appointment can be made with the corresponding department's office during regular business hours. The township clerk will regulate the time during the comment portion of our meeting. As you approach the microphone, please state your name, no addresses.
okay. Good evening. Who's ever wants to come forward first? Okay, well, one at a time. Yeah, one at a time, please. Yeah, this way you each get 3 minutes. Yeah, we need a little adjustment, and then we'll need another adjustment after that. One up, one down. No worries.
No worries.
Hi, good evening. My name is Dawn Perhays. I live at 131 Disbrow Road, and I'm actually calling regarding Disbrow Road, hoping to make it a one-way.
Can you hear?
I'm sure you're all aware of Disbrow Road, the bad curve that we live on. It's very narrow. The speeding, the racing of the cars, the traffic has gotten so bad. We can't get out of our driveways. The kids can't cross the street anymore. It's become just a very, very dangerous road to live on. For a residential area, it has become a major, major throughway now. People come from Amboy, cut through to 34. It's a mess. It's just a mess, and we're asking for help. And I think a one-way is probably going to be the best way to go. I think we've tried every other thing, and we can't get anywhere. So I'm hoping this can help us for the safety of our families and the quality of life for us. I think we need some help.
Thank you.
Just a reminder, please no address.
Well. Now we got to go home. Good Big Jacob.
Good evening. I'm also, my name is Mike. I'm also a Disbrow Road resident. Over the years, I've emailed all of you. The one thing that you all have in common, at least for the ones that I've spoken to, you've responded. You say you know how dangerous the road is. You say that something needs to be done. 7 years now I've been there. Nothing's been done. The only thing that's happened is a sign went up that says Target Enforcement Zone. We know the police can't be there all the time. There's really very little enforcement at all. We deal with speeding. We deal with my pet peeve, oversized vehicles. It's supposed to be a 4-ton weight limit. We get box trucks, dump trucks, 18-wheelers. I've seen a New Jersey Transit bus. And we do get a ton of Old Bridge School District buses, 7 to 8, right after dismissal, one after the other after the other. They go through the road. They don't drop off kids. They don't pick up kids. It's purely a cut-through. Now, when you get to that bend in the road, you can't fit 2 cars. It's impossible. Unless you have 2 normal-sized passenger vehicles, one car has to stop to let the other car come through. Does that sound safe to you? Does that sound like a 2-way street to you? No. I have a 4-year-old. I have a 7-month-old. I cannot let them play in the front yard. Where I live on my side of the street, there's not a sidewalk. There's not even a shoulder. I can't let them be out there. I think we've exhausted all options possible. There's 25 miles per hour written on the road, Target Enforcement Zone sign, 4-ton weight limit sign. They all get ignored. When we got the traffic light at Amboy Road and Route 34, that was supposed to alleviate the traffic. Hasn't happened. During rush hour, cars back up halfway up the road. They're all trying to make the left onto Amboy Road. Horns are honking all day long. Accidents at least once a month. It's not safe. There should be something done. Like I said, we've exhausted all options. The best route to go is to make it a one-way street. I really hope you consider it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anyone else in the public wish to be heard? Good evening.
There we go. I got it. Hi, Paul Moravec, Ward 6 here in the township. I saw tonight that we have the clicker ticket on the agenda, and I did also want to support the just concluded distracted driving event that we just had, that we got money from the state. In fact, when I was looking at it, Middlesex County, Old Bridge received the highest amount of funding to support this program. So, and it was almost double what the other townships got, and it was the maximum from the state for this effort. I mean, we've also seen so many drivers nowadays that are weaving down the road. We see them, probably going through lights. My wife personally had a work colleague that was hit by and killed by a distracted driver. So it would be great if we could get a report from the police. I don't know what can be given out publicly as to the effectiveness of this last event that was from the 1st to the 30th of April. And also, I would I know money's tight, but if we could even have them, this isn't a 1 month sort of a thing. This is a 12-month sort of a thing. To be able to have them go out on a random basis, to be able to get some more of these people, because the only way you get these distracted drivers off and put their phones down is so that they feel on an ongoing basis that they could get hit at any point in time with a fine and a stop. So that was just my comment. I wanted to say thank you for participating in this, going after and getting the maximum amount of money, and seeing if we can get some sort of report from them to see how effective it actually was.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you very much.
Council President, if no one else is, okay.
Somebody? Chief wants his 3 minutes.
I had no idea he was going to be here tonight.
No, he's
Thank you. I
commenting.
just wanted to say a few words in regard to distracted driving. We do have an aggressive driving detail that we have set up here. Myself and Anna did that last year. That's been very positive, very aggressive. We're out there on Route 9, we're out there on the highways. Route 9 was #1 in accidents in that corridor for 2023. And I've been getting a lot of emails from residents in regard to the highway because of the police presence. But we're out there, and our guys are always out there with getting grants, or traffic guys. I think, like you said, the click it or ticket is out there. But reach out to me anytime. With Disbrow Road, we had a couple meetings over the past couple days. We just formed a traffic safety committee. I'd like to invite you guys and the mayor, and can I invite the council? So we'll get together and we'll discuss that roadway. I know there's some roadblocks because it touches a state highway, it touches a county road.
It's a little more complex.
But I completely understand your concerns. But we are going to take a look at the enforcement part of it. And see what we can do with our traffic guys. Our traffic guys very well, that they're out there every day, especially on Lamberton Road. But again, thank you for your concern, and we're going to definitely look into the Disbrow Road issue. All right? Thank you.
Wishes to be heard this evening? I'll ask for a motion to close the public portion.
Moved by Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Councilman Astatuli. Roll call, Councilman Astatuli.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilman DePalma.
Yes.
Councilman Desai. Councilman Pasquini.
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
Council President
Yes.
Soher. 7 yes.
Council President, could I say something about the Disbrow Road? I received a petition that I'd like Kate to copy and give to all the council, a petition about the Disbrow Road, making it a one-way. I live in that area, and I've lived there for almost 40 years, and I've noticed in the last year or two, it has become horrific living over there. Disbrow Road is a very narrow road. It cannot hold two larger size vehicles. And the traffic coming from 34, when you come to Amboy, you cannot see down the hill. If most of the cars on Amboy Road do not do 40 miles an hour. And if they're not, you could look and it looks like no one's coming. And when you start to go across, if they're going over 40, there's collisions. There was almost a collision on my way here today. We see so many near misses. Every day, I see at least 3 such close ones. In fact, Council President was in an accident there herself. Some speeder hit her as well.
Wasn't driving.
Huh? She wasn't driving. But it's a very bad intersection. I've actually seen fatalities there, and I don't want to see it again. And I feel like if it was a one-way and stopped the traffic coming from 34, there wouldn't be any more fatalities there. And I think that mostly it's not used by Old Bridge residents. I think people are using it as a cut-through to get to avoid Route 9 and 34, because 90% of the people are turning a left onto Amboy Road. And the traffic backs up to the curve between 5 and 7 at night is horrific. And a lot of times people don't even stop at the stop sign, and they'll just gun their cars, go right across, and they're doing Lambertson like 80 miles an hour at night. So I think if it was a one-way, it would really stop a lot of these problems in the area. I'll make sure that all of you guys get a copy of the petition.
Okay, thank you very much.
Councilman Astatuli.
Yes, first, I want to, well-deserved, Police Department Chief, Casey, thank you, well-deserved. Not just because you do your job, but you go above and beyond. Just based on my experience, you don't just hit it here, you take the next steps, and you really make the residents feel like they're important. I really appreciate you, and well-deserved. You know, with Memorial Day coming up, I always tell my daughters, when they see a veteran, you should go up and say thank you for your service. So a couple weeks ago, me and my family said thank you to a veteran. He turned around and said thank you to us. So I was like, but it was you. He goes, thank you for noticing. So I said, as we get ready for Memorial Day, I'd like to take a moment to talk about what it means to us, regular folks who love our country and our community. This day isn't just about barbecues or a long weekend. It's about remembering the everyday heroes, our veterans, who gave everything to keep us safe and free. Think about it. These were people like us, neighbors, friends, family, sisters, moms, dads, brothers, who put on a uniform and stood up for our way of life. They fought in wars far from home, faced dangers we can't even imagine, and some never made it back. Because of them, we can raise our kids, go to work, enjoy a ball game, or just sit on our porch in peace. Memorial Day hits close to home. It's about the empty seat at the table, the flag folded for a family, the stories of courage we pass down. Let's honor them by looking out for our veterans, sharing their stories with our children, and living in a way that makes them proud. This Memorial Day, let's say thank you together as a community for their sacrifice. Thank you.
Councilwoman DeCaro.
Thanks, Kate. Paul, so funny because I was going to ask you. You came out talking about something else this time, so good for you. You're bringing up all the issues. That's great. I'm glad Chief Montagno was here to talk to you about the distracted driving, and hopefully that it's always good when you guys get together and talk. I think that's great. So hopefully that will. Fines are the way. You can put up signs. You can say please don't. It's the fines. You're absolutely right. So anyway, and Dawn, we've talked on the phone. It's nice to meet you. Nice to see you in person. And it's funny that you're here because, well, you're here talking about Disbrow Road, which I agree. When we talked about this, I agree 100%. As everybody does, that should be a one-way. Question: if we do a one-way, which way would it go?
It would be, you could only go from Amboy to 34, because if you come from 34 to Amboy, that's where the accidents happen.
So
they can't see down the hill.
Got it. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So hopefully we can get that done. And it's always good to come to meetings and discuss it. So that the whole council can hear. The other thing that I wanted to talk about with regard to conversation that we had. One of the things we had talked also about rent control, and I actually had two people reach out to me two different people. Dawn was actually one of them, and then another about rent control. And there was a little bit of, I don't know if it was ambiguity, or I don't know about whether or not our apartments were rent controlled, and was it just which ones? Was it just the apartment complexes? Was it single families with less than 4 dwellings? And there was, so I've had, actually in the past 2 months, I've had past couple months, I've had 2 people reach out to me. So is there some, and I know the ordinance is been around a while, is there a way that we can maybe take a look at that ordinance again to maybe, it's a little ambiguous, maybe we can revisit the ordinance so that it's a little bit more clear? I don't know. It's just a question I have for council or for anybody that's...
This is very clear.
That's what I was told, that it was the person that was reached to me, said was a little ambiguous.
You have a copy of it with you?
I don't have a copy of it with, well,
Did
I
you
have
bring-
it in my computer somewhere, but that's what was said by someone from, yeah. And that's what was
It's
said.
very clear, Councilwoman. You can look it up.
I did,
read
I
it.
did read it, but there were questions about it, so all I'm asking is maybe we can just look at it, because they weren't sure. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, there's only 13, I believe, complexes that are under the rent stabilization in Old Bridge through the ordinance. It's just the way it works. But as it goes longer and longer, more will be added. That's the way it's read. So,
If you have
Okay, so-
questions, then, you know, that's fine.
Okay,
You can,
it's just-
sit down. with
I had, two
call
people,
Gina Talano.
two residents reach out to me, so I was just conveying that, just trying
Gina
to.
Talamo is the chairwoman of the Rent Stabilization Board, and she's well-versed in that. She can tell you all about it.
Thank you. Okay, and so the other thing, I got, and so where are we with the tree ordinance? Are we doing anything with that, or are we?
No, because again, I think after speaking to Forrester and explaining to him how it works, I think that, as I said before, I think the issues that were raised are addressed in the ordinance. I think there was one aspect of it that was brought to our attention that we could probably, add to it. But the other items dealing with enforcement are there, and again, so those are now being enforced from the enforcement officers.
Okay,
So I'm going to speak with Gary regarding that, the one aspect to, I think, further clarification, run it by him. I haven't had a chance to talk to him about that part yet.
Okay, thank you. We're just trying to follow up on all the things. Okay, and that was it. I wanted to say, also congratulations to Casey and the entire Public Works Department. You guys deserve it. Absolutely wanted to also say thank you to you and Anna for always responding to my email requests and, respond. But you guys respond within minutes sometimes, so thank you very much for that. And also congrats to the police department, also well-deserved. You guys are awesome and very well-deserved, so congratulations to you guys. And that's it. Happy Memorial Day, everyone, and have a great rest of the week. Thank you.
Councilman De Palma.
Thank you. So quickly, happy belated Mother's Day to everybody. I didn't get a chance to say last time. I actually thought there was a council meeting in between, so I apologize to all the mothers, my wife, my mom, and everyone else out there. Thank you to the residents coming out from Disbrow. I know all of us up here probably are 100% behind all public safety. People have heard probably me speak in nauseam about speeding, slowing down, making sure that everybody is safe. I know that the police department will make sure that they do the diligence along with the county and the state to see what's best for that roadway and the residents. So obviously, I understand that this has been a long-going issue. I think the hope was that the traffic light would be of some level of help, but now the next step would be any and all traffic studies that the police department, along with the county and state, would come up with. So we'll see what comes out from there and then make sure that we make the right decision for the residents. But thank you guys for coming out. Sometimes coming to the council is a little bit better than getting emails over to us. So thank you all for coming out. Secondly, tonight, I typically do not comment on things that happen outside of the purview of this council, but things have come up explicitly with the Board of Ed and the taxes that are on the agenda for tonight. So I have full faith and trust that the Board of Ed will make the right decision for our children and for this district. Tony, please, let me speak. Some of the things that I just do want to discuss is some of the information that has been put out there that is, quite frankly, wrong or false. No one in this township has a tax abatement. every piece of property on this town that is privately owned pays taxes on the assessed value of that land, whether it is an individual home like myself or the warehouses on Route 9. The discussion of the pilot program that was discussed with the SEGME project. Right now, there is no pilot program. There is no signed pilot agreement between us and those warehouses and that developer. At this point, they are paying the taxes on the assessed value of that land. That assessment is based off of the use of that land and is taxed appropriately, whether it's the percentage that goes to the town, the Board of Ed, the county, the fire district, whomever. No one is getting a tax abatement. No one is getting a cut out of what they owe based off that assessment, right? So I've gotten a number of phone calls, a number of inquiries specifically about that. I just wanted to make sure that I addressed that. The other item is the assessments. As far as I understand, no one in Middlesex County, no town has been assessed in the recent past, probably in the past 20 to 30 years, if I'm not mistaken. Reevaluated, yes. So I understand that we live in a township that borders Monmouth County that does it on a regular basis. Is it annually? Okay, on an annual basis. So there is a reevaluation of the assessed value of land every single year. Middlesex County does not do that. So when folks say that it's the township, whether it is 25 years ago, 30 years ago, or today's administration, it's not that we're not doing it. Our tax assessor has been ramping up, getting ready to do these reevaluations over the past year or so to get ready for it. So those are coming, right? And I think the mayor talked about how those assessments, some folks will go up, some folks will go down. What that will be, I don't know. I don't have the math in front of me. But I just want to make sure that when we're up here talking, we're dispelling the things that are being said that aren't true, right? So the pilot program or the pilot agreement that goes along with those warehouses is not signed. They are responsible for the assessed value of that land and the taxes that are associated with it. And the reevaluation, as I'm being corrected, that is coming. I don't know, we don't have timelines, but that will be coming in the near future. So folks just have to be aware of the process that will happen. And really what has not happened in the past is not the fault of this administration, the prior 2, 3, 4 administrations. No town in Middlesex County has been reassessed. So I just want to make sure that we are clear on those and that folks understand if you have questions, please reach out to one of us, right? We'll put you in contact with our tax assessor's office, our CFO, who's a wealth of knowledge with these things. They'll be able to give you the facts that go along with it, as opposed to getting some information on folks that are just using social media to vent. And I understand it. I'm a taxpayer. I have 2 children in the school system. I understand what will happen and won't happen should certain things occur tonight at that Board of Ed meeting. But I just want to make sure that folks have the right information, right, wrong, or indifferent. I just need to ensure that folks understand. So I typically don't comment on this. I think our purview is what happens up here at the township. But since we've gotten so many inquiries, so many questions come in on this, I just wanted to make sure that I addressed it. And finally, everyone, happy Memorial Day. Please be safe. Please be smart. Have fun. But make sure that if you're out there driving, please ensure that you're safe. If you're at a party, Uber is a wonderful thing. The one thing that is great about the newer generation, the folks that are in their 20s, I have never seen one of those folks even think about getting into a car after a party. Uber is a wonderful thing. Lyft is a wonderful thing. No matter if you're 20, 30, 60, or 80. If you have one, if you have 2, call the Uber, leave your car behind. Thank you.
Councilman Desai.
Remembering those veterans who lost their life on those all foreign wars for the sake of our country. And I think it is a good tribute. On Memorial Day, we should all join in the parade and remember those veterans. And also, if you see the relatives of the veterans, we should talk to them and appreciate what they gave up for us, defending our interests and our causes. Again, happy Memorial Day. Thank you.
Councilman Pasquini?
Yes, Memorial Day, federal holiday honoring and mourning military personnel who died serving us in the armed forces. We have to remember freedom is not free. Men and women paid the ultimate sacrifice for our freedoms that we have today. So enjoy your Memorial Day, but please be mindful of those that went before us. On June 11th, there's an event called Coffee with a Cop. It's from 9 in the morning to 11 in the morning at ShopRite of Old Bridge on June 11th. Coffee with a Cop brings Old Bridge police officers and the community members they serve together to discuss issues and learn more about each other. I think this is a great thing that our police are doing. And kudos to Chief and your department and to Casey. Thank you, bud. That's it. Thank you.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli.
There's always a lot going on in town and a lot of positive things, and I always try to concentrate on those. And first of all, I want to thank all the Karen Lewicki and all the volunteers for the time and dedication they give to the Special Olympics. We went to the opening ceremony, we watched some of the events. It was really, really special to see that there are those people that step up and make that event possible. The Olympians were so happy in every event that they did. I am very proud of this town. When you look at our police force here, you know, their presence is so important. They're professional. They're very, very involved with the community, and they are individually always thinking of different ways to make this town better. It's just not doing their job. And like we hear that people come up and they talk about their traffic and or whether people are riding distracted. It is tragic to me that people just can't follow speed limit signs. They're out there. Before you took your driver's test, you had to take a written test, you took a driving test. How dangerous it is on the road with so many people driving now. And when you think of it, a vehicle is really, it's like a weapon. So thank you for all that the police department does. Thank you for the road department. We all feel that way. And I know that your issues are being addressed. I know that we've had conversations. I'm on the Shade Tree Commission, you know, we're revisiting the tree ordinances because we want to get this right. Like you said before, there's unintentional consequences. Councilman De Palma talked about the Board of Ed tonight. And, you know, it is sad when there's misinformation that's given out, and it really is confusing to people, and it's very upsetting. And there's no need for it. I really think if you give out the proper information, people would understand it. But tonight, I am fearful. I don't know what's going on. I wish it was a different night. I would like to be there. But that board meeting, their vote could change everything for us tonight in this town. They've already raised our taxes 9.9, just say 10. We've only felt 5% of that because the way their calendar year is, it's coming now. It is non-sustainable. I'm not blaming just the Board of Ed, although I feel there should have been more, as this was going on from the state, more long-range planning. It really is on Murphy and his administration to think that we have the lottery in this state, to think that we have gambling now online, to think that we have Atlantic City. And when you think that this governor, and I say it all the time, raised our budget, he's going to be here at the end of 8 years. more than $2 billion a year. And you keep on taking money away from this district with the absurd reason that our houses should be evaluated, like we should be paying more taxes. Does anyone feel that they're not paying enough taxes? I don't think so. That's a little crazy. And the valuation only comes through the county. We just can't arbitrarily say, oh, we're going to do a reevaluation. That's from the county, and it's a very tedious process. It's been going on for 2 years now. And as the mayor spoke about it, it's revenue neutral. You don't get more revenue from it. And no one's selling, even if your house values more, you're not selling your house to send your kids to public school or to any school, I'm sure. So yeah, I'm very fearful what's going on there, and it's very unfortunate. It doesn't need to be happen. Murphy decided to take money away all the time, yet they're giving money, our taxes, think of it. You pay income tax, you pay sales tax, you pay your real estate tax, and every dollar that is taken, that we collect in this town, and I repeat it all the time because people don't understand it, we only get 17 cents out of every dollar to run the whole town. That's the magnificent police department and our road department, let alone everything else that goes on. So that's a small percentage, and I think we're doing very good. And in fact, the money that you get from the state, that has gone down. Although when you look at the Board of Ed, they got $6 million more, if you think about it, in taxes that are coming in, the revenue from the municipality, whether it's based on Target, whether it's based on ShopRite, all the shops that are going on there, the housing developments that are going on, which that's another issue that's coming through the state, that they mandate that you have to build more units. It's insane, but that's what we're dealing with, and it really falls on Murphy taking cuts from us, giving it to a school district where the kids don't even go to school, but they keep on pouring more and more money into school. I feel bad for these kids. I feel very bad for them. It comes from the family, and it comes from poor management in the city of Newark. It's really pitiful. So that's what's going on there tonight, and I'm very, very scared of what we're going to learn about tonight when that meeting ends and what's going to happen tomorrow. It doesn't have to be. And also, I just want to say, at this time, you know, how people use Facebook to disseminate information that's not only a lie, it's malicious. So I don't Facebook at all. I always feel if someone has something to say to me, come talk to me, I'll come talk to you. But there's something now called All Square Old Bridge. They're using it as a parody for our newspaper all around Old Bridge. But I do feel, it's unfortunate, but I do feel it's unnecessary to comment about. The author of this such pitiful trash is nothing but malicious and vicious. Why would anyone spend time writing some of the outrageous things that they wrote? This is my opinion. I just feel bad for them if this is how they spend their time. Just because one calls it a parody does not allow one to be disgusting and vile and spread such falsehoods. One thing for sure, the person or persons whoever are writing these things, they're a coward because they're not using their real name. You know, it's real easy to be on a keyboard and write whatever you want, and you don't even think about how they feel with anyone else. So basically, it's pretty sleazy, and I guess they're not putting their name because I guess they're worried about whether there could be possibly any legal ramifications on this. But based on the followers that are clapping and enjoying this, it speaks volumes. It is appalling and pathetic that one would spend the energy to write such nonsense. My suggestion would be to this individual or individuals, please find something that you enjoy in life. Look at something positive. Find some peace and happiness. Maybe instead of wasting your time writing this foul, disturbing rhetoric, may I suggest you take a yoga class or think of meditation. It's totally sophomoric, and it's time to grow up and be productive in society. And it's sad when we have to say these things, but when just as the public came up here tonight and spoke different things, people in the public brought some of the things that were on Facebook to me, and I was disgusted by it. It's not funny, and I just think it's sad that they have to do that. And then ending, when you think of Memorial Day, really take time to reflect and to remember those who did make the ultimate sacrifice. And really, every day, I honor those who serve and protect us at home and abroad. Have a wonderful spring. Thank you.
Council Vice President Soher. Council President. Apologies, I demoted you.
I could have,
I demoted
I could have a demotion, that's okay. Grib? Yeah, no. Well, again, as far as Memorial Day, yes, I mean, my family, my dad was a veteran, my husband. It goes on and on. We all share the same feelings about veterans, that it's something to be respected and to be remembered. We do have a beautiful parade. If anyone wants to come down, Lawrence Harbor is beautiful. Come by the water. The parade is really, it's a very nice parade. A lot of the bands, the schools. So it's something that everybody could enjoy, the kids, you know. So think about it. It's on Monday, right? And it starts Monday. What time is the 9? Yeah, 9. Okay, so everybody just keep that in mind. It would be nice to come and celebrate with us. As far as special needs, I was also there when they passed the torch at Lombardi Field for the special needs. Karen Lewicki has been doing that now for many, many years, and she's amazing. And so are all the coaches that help make that happen. And the police that come and give out the medals, the kids just absolutely love that part of it. It's a very special event, and it was really good, very, very good this year. And, you know, all the things that are going on are good, but like they said, also echoing about the problems that we're having now with with the budgets and the school board as well. Again, just look for what the facts are. That's it. Not anything more. This is very serious, and sometimes I take offense to some of the things that are being said, and I think you have to just really not rely on social media. Please watch YouTube, the Board of Ed meetings as you would the council meetings. And as far as Anita was speaking about this Old Bridge Square, or whatever the heck you call it, all around Old Bridge Square, it is something to really think about. We are such a proud and beautiful community, and that kind of writing is an embarrassment, whether it's about me or you or anyone out there. For people that live in this town to write those things, it's disgusting. And we are better than that. We are way better. Our town is a classy, positive town, and that's just trashy. Period. And by the way, this week I was part of that, a victim of all this nonsense. So that's okay. But at the end of the day, please, when you see things like that, take in mind. Think about that. Why would you write those kind of things about our town or any person living in this town? And if you do applaud it, as she said, I can't understand why. As far as Disbrow Road goes, thank you for coming out. I think the chief again puts you at ease that he is going to do the best he can to come up with this alternative and do the research and get it done. So that was a good thing. And, everyone here was very receptive to what you said. So thank you for coming. And sometimes it does takes a while, but we definitely, now that we have a full-time chief, I think this is going to work out. So everyone have a good night. I'd like to go into closed session.
We need a
Yep.
motion and a second to enter executive session. We will be adjourning and not coming back into open session.
Move it.
Moved by Councilman DePalma, second. Can somebody second for me?
Make a
Councilman
second. Don't
Pasquitti.
disappear.
Roll call. Councilman Asatuli.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilman DePalma. Councilman Desai. Councilman Pasquitti. Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
And Council President Soher.
Yes.
7
Good night.
yeses,
Good night. We should
8:45 p.m.
Yes. Now it's quiet tonight. Oh, I know. It was horrible. Mark,